So I said, no, 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 it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, want to pray for champions. I can't believe you tried. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed, I know, want to pray for champions. I can't believe you tried.
Wait a minute!
So I said, no, 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 it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed alone, want to spray for champions. I can't believe it falling. No, it was supposed to be my pentakill. Why did you die to me? I killed alone, want to spray for champions. I can't believe it falling.
I don't wanna just get by in life before we die. I only live a single time, no chances to revive. Days are simple ways sometimes, when pressure holds too tight. Only I can make up my mind and override the fight. Patient, waiting for an answer, contemplating. Didn't get me any closer to the reason why I feel the need to do it. Waiting for an answer, contemplating. Didn't get me any closer to a reason why I felt the need to do it. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Oh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Oh, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yes, I'm disgusted with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Oh, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
Silver the clouds at night was quantified. Mythical, so mystical, think what you like. You could be the sword that he'll defend around.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Valhallan Campbell live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night, so I hope all of you know what that means. That means we have some lovely Fortnite duos action for you guys tonight. I hope you guys are excited. I know I'm excited, and we are just moments away from getting this drop started. So, until then, let me introduce you to the teams that we'll be watching tonight. Our primary team, the team we'll be watching the most, is the Famous People. That team is composed up of Miko, aka Miko, and Roston, aka Shadow M's. The secondary team, the team we'll be watching an okay amount, is the Mismatched Socks. That team is composed of Easton, aka VHCH09, and Cohen, aka Split Potato. And our third but final team is the Fishy Twins, and that team is composed up of Micah, aka Electric Bacon, and Lucian, aka Lucian. So, we will have to see how the Fortnite action goes down tonight. No Coach Kyle tonight. Unfortunately, he had some other things he had to take care of. So, really important that our teams here play well in his absence, and can prove that they can compete at the highest level with or without their coach. So, it'll be really interesting to see how this Division 1 and these two Division 2 teams handle their drops tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we have some Fortnite action to tune into. So, with no more being said, let's tune in to the famous people. All right. Here we go. They are officially dropping here. And again, our primary team, the team being the famous people. Oh my gosh, composed of Miko and Roston. Currently watching Miko's perspective here. So it looks like they're gonna drop at well, unnamed kind of warehouse here. There's some teams pretty close to them, and Miko's still very high. So I don't know if he's just trying to gather some intel or what, but still very high. Gonna have a long fall if Roston does get contested here early. I'm actually going to switch to Roston's screen just to see. He's going to land first. And we do see some footsteps. Those cannot be Miko's because Miko has not landed yet. So Roston going to have to play careful here. This is the exact scenario. Oh my gosh, excuse me. That I just finished talking about. And now Roston has to try and buy time. Miko has now landed, but landed a little bit farther away. So Roston just kind of a sitting duck. And what a way to go early there for Roston. I don't know what the thought process there was, but Roston already eliminated, and now Miko pretty much just going to have to run away. I don't know if that was a miscommunication. I don't know. Miko looks like he's going to get eliminated here. Able to stay alive so far. He's on 26 health. If he gets shot once or twice in the air, he is eliminated. And is able to gain quite a bit of distance, but has no heals, so does find some bandages. Is going to have to use those as quickly as possible here, as that team could be right on his tail. And again, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was a misplay. I don't know if it was a miscommunication. And just like that, I was correct. The famous people are already eliminated from this drop one. Let's tune in to Mismatched Socks and see how they're doing. A really bad drop there from famous people. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on, but honestly, there's nothing else to describe it. That was poor. That was poor. Division 1 team, that is almost unacceptable, because that's bad. That is bad. I have a feeling Coach Kyle isn't going to be too pleased with that one when he watches this VOD back. But now watching the Mismatched Socks again, this is composed up of Cohen and Easton here. Easton being VHCH09 and Cohen being Split Potato. Currently watching Easton's perspective here as they drive around in the battle bus. And hopefully they can last a little bit longer than the famous people did in their drop. And honestly, at this point, man, I'm afraid of what bad things could happen. I mean, you have to assume that was just an unlucky drop from the famous people, but I mean, errors like that typically don't just happen. So those guys are really going to have to lock back in. And if the other teams don't perform well, I would say almost instantly that you could see the impact of Coach Kyle not being here. Now that hasn't happened yet, so let's not cross our T's and dot our I's quite yet. But looks like they're trying to take someone that's gliding in. Cohen was able to land a couple shots there. Looks like they're going to get out and try to find some shots. Maybe just going to chase him down the battle bus now. The players seem to gain a lot of distance. No, may just get out of dodge here.
You can't say that.
Loadouts here not being great, so you guys are going to have to be a little particular about what engagements they want to take. And both of them have some green health damage. I don't know what that was from, but you know, it looks like we have some shots taken here. Just trying to get out of dodge at this point. Easton taking quite a bit of damage. Cohen literally one shot at this point. Cohen has been knocked. Easton uses that wingsuit to try to get out of dodge. Has 35 health left. Is able to get out for now, but has to be careful that team wasn't chasing. Gonna use that Flowberry Fizz here. Uses all of it, taking himself back to 100 shield, but Flowberry Fizz is very visible, so Easton still in danger here. Gonna wingsuit out yet again. And at this point, Easton needs to find some green heals. If he runs into another team, he can go quick. Easton just playing very carefully here. Again, he's at a massive disadvantage, partly with his health, partly with the fact that he doesn't have a teammate already. Cohen got eliminated in an earlier engagement, so. Although I do believe Easton does have enough gold to buy the reboot card, so doesn't really have to worry about it expiring here. Just has to try and get himself in a good position to be able to get a reboot. And he is going to run towards this van. Doesn't have a lot of metal, though. Tries to farm a little bit and try and build a full box. And he does buy it. And he is going to reboot here. Shots coming, though. Gonna try and just stick the reboot. Maybe a little of a bold strategy, but he hasn't gotten fallen on yet. He does get the reboot here, though. But now, in an instantaneous fight. Although Cohen is back, but at this point, with the low health and the not great loadout, was it worth it? We'll find out here. Cohen knocked again. And Easton not out of trouble yet by any means. So it looks like maybe Cohen's going to try and get in the box here. No. We still see some builds going off here. Easton looks like he's going to try and take this engagement. Misses a shotgun shot, though. That's not a good way to start. Cohen going to officially fall yet again. Misses a snipe shot there. Does hit shotgun for 82, but gets bleeped out. Does hit one, though, for 91. That's some good damage. He's been able to pick up the reboot card. So if he can survive this, he can reboot Cohen yet again. But that's the big if. So far, holding his own. Hasn't taken any damage yet, but again, still being only on 35 health. And it looks like maybe that team wingsuited out. Well, maybe not. They still see Easton sees someone on a building close by. Sees him in the window. Uses the chug jugs on the ground to gain a little bit of health back, but he's gonna wingsuit out. Maybe gonna try to go to another reboot. Well, that circle is getting pretty small. Really just not in a good situation right now. He is able to regen quite a bit of that health, so not in nearly as a dangerous position as he once was, but still being a solo can put you in a bad spot, especially as we're creeping into this middle to late game here. 22 players alive left, 21 not counting Easton, so thinks about going for the reboot. Has to bail out, though. And they know. That team knows exactly where Easton's at. Now Easton's in a little bit of a sticky situation here. He's just going to try and run away. It's like maybe going to go back to the reboot man he once was at. Although it looks like a team is here. Easton takes a little bit of fall damage, but does hit a shot for 36. And another for 55. Is able to avoid the shotgun shot. Good damage there from Easton. Can he find the Elim? And he does. And that was actually another solo player. So it's a huge opportunity for him to loot up, to take advantage of this. You see the Flowberry Fizz. A great turnaround for Easton and Cohen here. Although that reboot not in circle, so if he wants to go for it, he's going to take some damage and just doesn't get Cohen when he has the opportunity. Might just have to play a solo game here. See some footsteps, try to land a sniper shot. Can't hit it. 16 people left though, 15 not counting Easton, so there still is another solo somewhere in this lobby. Easton has a long way to go. Does spray in the bush, finds some damage, but good sniper shot there from Easton. And gets the elim, but has to worry. But another team crashing in on him, and he is not in circle, and he's got a long way to go. He couldn't use that wingsuit here. He's able to make it almost all the way to circle here. Just has to try and play smart at this point in the game. 14 people left, 13 not counting Easton. So he's going to just try to use some natural cover. Has to hug this rock. He's just going to hug this rock. Doesn't need to put himself in a bad spot here. These guys, this drop continues to dwindle down. We see 11 people left, 10 not counting Easton here. And it looks like he's going to just try to hug this rock as it still is in that new circle. He's going to move all the way to the reboot, though. Eight players left, 7 not counting Easton. He's done a great job at keeping himself alive, but also keeping his team in this drop. And nobody even contesting him. He's someone wingsuit. Thinks about taking a shot, doesn't. Good trigger discipline there from Easton. Doesn't need to give himself away. Yet again, he's going to use some of this natural cover here. Although Easton kind of getting pinched here. This rock is only so big. Has to just try and wait him out. Good shot there from Easton. He lands one for 91. Still 8 people left. 7 now, right as I said it. Easton does such a great job. Trying to contain that player, but misses the shotgun shot. Now gonna wingsuit into that circle here. Dan's right in some other people's builds. Someone lands right in on him, but he finds the knock. Gets the refresh as well. Doesn't pick up any of the items though, so doesn't get the refresh on mats and everything, on ammo. But still in a very good spot here. 4 people left, 3 not counting Easton. He has played phenomenal this draw by himself. He has done everything he can to make it successful for his team. As Easton just slowly kind of creeps away. Finds a shot there, but doesn't find anything. Luckily, goes undetected. Easton just needs to try and third party this fight, especially as a solo with not a lot of health. Gonna try and get to the high ground. Uses that wingsuit just in time, but takes a lot of storm damage. He can't get back in time. Oh my gosh, he does. Tries to take a shot. Needs to just build himself a base. Get some good damage off. Gets an elim. Oh, but places second. What a huge drop there, though, from Easton and Cohen. As even though it seemed like for such a huge portion of that game, they were solo, or Easton was a solo, still able to clutch a second place is absolutely massive for him and his team. So huge shout out to those guys. I know, unfortunately, we didn't get to watch any of the Fishy twins, but it was hard to turn away from that Mismatched Sox team. So it seemed like every second we were watching, there was just stuff going on. So a huge drop there for Easton and Cohen. Hopefully the famous people can clean it up for drop number 2. And hopefully we get to tune into the Fishy twins for drop number 2 as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a brief intermission here as I have to run the restroom. So, hope you guys get some food. Do whatever it is you need to do. But we will be back in just a few moments. So, hang in there tight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hope you guys do whatever it is that you need to do, but we are back now, which means that we are just moments away from more Fortnite action. I hope you guys are ready. Obviously, we saw a phenomenal drop one from the Mismatched socks. Not so much for the famous people, but it's all right, as these teams are going to try their best to turn it around, to lock in, to secure a drop to performance here. Obviously, for a lot of these teams, every single drop matters. In the quest to qualify for ESC, all of these teams need to be playing at the top of their skill every single week, week in and week out. For teams like the famous people, still trying to make their way back into it, a drop like drop number one does not help their case at all. There's just no way to sugarcoat it. It's just the truth. But we continue to see drops like the drops that Mismatched Socks just had. There is a chance anything could happen. And ladies and gentlemen, while I should say we are waiting just a few more minutes for Fortnite Drop 2 to start here, I want to take a quick second to say, I hope you guys enjoy the show. I hope you guys appreciate and love to tune in for our streams here. Obviously, I do my best to come up here and yap for you guys, and I hope you guys even enjoy it, even if it's just a little bit. And of course, I ask that you continue to tune in, continue to show your support in any form, however you support your local Valhallan, hopefully us. Of course, but ladies and gentlemen, we are dropping into Division 1, so let's tune in to the famous people, see how they are going to do in Drop 2, Week 4 of VHEL action. All right. Currently watching Miko's perspective here. It looks like they're going to a little bit of a different spot this time. And this is a team that we saw finish 42nd in their drop number one. So they're going to have to figure something out. Hopefully right now. It looks like maybe they're going to a building here on the edge. And Miko's still so high. He's able to get down a little bit. And there are quite a few gliders on those visual audio indicators. And these guys are first to land at the building. Going to try and loot up a little bit to put themselves. And this is something that we didn't see last drop that we are seeing this time. Is they were able to land at the same POI. This time Miko able to get a little lower. Able to hit the ground a little quicker. So very important that these guys stay together, play smart Fortnite here. And we're going to try and watch a good amount of the famous people here. And so it looks like they're actually going to start to move down the mountain here. So they're going to try and farm some mats. Maybe a little bit of a mistake here. Maybe a little bit of a miscomm. Just doesn't seem like this team is firing on all cylinders tonight. I don't know if this is just a tonight thing or if this has been a common issue, but something is happening with this famous people roster. It looks like they're going to go to this warehouse here. It looks like Miko finds a little dance floor. That's your little dancey dance, y'all. And while these guys are looting, farming up, we're going to take a little quick peeks into the mismatched socks, into the Fishy twins, see how those guys are doing. So first off, let's start with mismatched socks. Looks like these guys dropped it a name POI here. I'm going to use some of these shield grenades here to get their shields up, get their health up. Coming at 200, Easton just shy, so I don't know if maybe they saw people. They're playing as if they did, but I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not seeing anything on their visual audio indicator, so let's take a quick look into the Fishy twins and see what they're doing. All right, and this team again is composed up of Micah, who's Electric Bacon, and Lucian, who is Lucian. So let's see what this team is going to do here. We're not looking very solid for this team. And it looks like they're also just in a farm match period. Not going to play overly aggressive. Oh no, actually, it looks like the mismatched Sox were already eliminated. A little unfortunate for them. What a turnaround they had from a second to 29th. Unfortunate. They are definitely not happy about that. But let's go back into the famous people and see how they're doing. These guys trying to improve on that place from drop number 1, and so far they're doing it, but haven't taken an engagement yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how things change when it comes to that situation. Still just farming up here. We do see some footsteps on the visual audio indicator. This could be the time. Roston and Miko might have to make a play here. They're trying to just gauge where those footsteps are coming from. And it might be the tunnel in the mountain here. Oh, gosh, excuse me. So I haven't seen anyone yet, though, so still not really in a pressure situation. Although now they see someone. They're going to take some shots. Rawson able to land a 74 on one of them. Trying to do the high ground. Almost gets spleefed out. Miko has to save himself as well. A lot of players starting to crash into this area. I don't know if they're just not seeing it or calming it or what. They seemingly are not worried, but Roston able to land a shot there for 65. Able to hit him for 37 yet again. We'll have to be aware. It looks like these guys are potentially getting third party. They try to slide down the mountain. Roston's able to land one shot, but takes some damage for it. And in a stressful situation here. These guys are just going to try and get out of dodge at this point. Some good shots there from both of these players, just unable to punish one of those teams. Trying to regain some of the mats that they just used to keep themselves alive. Now we're starting to see this team play together again. I don't know what happened. I don't know if drop one was just kind of a fluke or what the case was, but this team doing a much better job of playing together. Nico actually does take a little bit of damage there, but takes a random bullet. Some shots on that visual audio indicator. These guys have to be aware here. Trying to keep an eye on that team. It's only 100 meters away from them. Oh, a team wing shooting right above them. You have to be wary of that. Such a good idea, but error there leads to shots fired, but no damage marked. And just a giveaway of their position. It doesn't look like anybody deciding to push this team, deciding to make them pay for that error. Someone right next to them as Roston drops in, and now they're in an engagement. Roston does a really good job building, though. He's able to get in the player's box and finds the knock. He's able to find the kill there. And it looks like they're going to try and wingsuit. Only taking 2 damage per tick here, so not completely necessary. Although we're seeing the team split up a little bit. Every time we see this team split up is when bad things happen. They need to be able to close the gap, and they do. Maybe they heard me. And there is some shots in front of them. Guys are just going to continue to move forward here. That circle right on their backs. And some shots getting fired at them. Looks like they're going to decide to wingsuit here. And only 2 damage per tick, but have to be aware of the shots getting fired at them. Looks like they're going to land in Sus Studios. And Miko on like 2 health here. How did he survive? I don't know. And I think Miko, out of panic there, drank his shields in the wrong order, so could have gotten 100, but only is going to get 50 now. A lot of stuff going on around them. These circles are getting tiny fast. 34 people still alive. 32, not counting the famous people. And these guys are just going to play a patient game here. Don't need to give themselves away. They've gone undetected so far. But Miko still being on very low health. Now has a little bit of shield to keep himself alive, but can really only tank a bullet or two. And if he gets caught at Storm at all, he is dead. They do land a couple shots there on the player behind them. Let's give away their position though. And it looks like they're just going to try and wingsuit to the other side of the circle. And with Miko being such low health, this is a little bit of a bold call here. So many people wingsuiting. It's like the whole lobby decided to wingsuit. And Roston absolutely laser beamed one of the players as they were wingsuiting in. Tries to cover their behinds. Tries to get a little bit closer to that circle. Oh, Roston takes some damage from behind. Not really sure where he's getting shot at. Just kind of panic builds there. On the 15 health. Doesn't get the mini off either. And now both of these players in the exact same situation. And unfortunately, a current Valhallan, a Campbell teammate, and Eli is gonna be the one that eliminates the famous people. Let's see if the Fishy twins are still alive. It doesn't look like it. And wow, what drops here tonight? It seems like we really saw kind of, you know, the